Hey, it's your girl Moni 69 Ways, and I'm here to do a hot topics. Let's talk about it video. Yes, I just want to come down here quick to chit chat about what's going on in the blogs and what's happening in the past last week of it all. So if you are new here, make sure you are subscribed and hit the like button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's get into some hot topics, shall we? Let me adjust this a little bit. Okay. So let me share my screen. There's a lot of stuff that happened this past week. Following up to this weekend. Let's see. Let's get into I know I watched Sisters and I watched Sisters with a panel. And I would like to say congratulations to KJ Smith and Sky Black, or KJ Smith Black, because they are married. They became new parents to a lovely daughter. And yeah, it was like, congratulations to them. We already knew she was pregnant. And they actually showed the baby face, which I'm shocked because not everyone will show the face of their child just yet. Because you know how social media can be when it comes to people, babies, and children. Now may I say the blue ivy of it all and the other children. So yeah, beautiful baby. Congratulations to them. And yeah, first child together. Congratulations to KJ Smith Black and Sky Black on a bundle of joy. The NFL commissioner was I guess he was asked a question about Bad Bunny headlining the Super Bowl halftime show. Let's get into it, what he had to say.
Some blowback from that. I wonder what you make of that situation and what went into the decision to choose Bad Bunny as your Super Bowl halftime performer.
He's one of the leading and most popular entertainers in the world. That's what we try to achieve. It's an important stage for us. It's an important element to the entertainment value. It's carefully thought through. I would say that I'm not sure we've ever selected an artist where we didn't have some blowback or criticism. It's pretty hard to do when you have literally hundreds of millions of people that are watching. But we're confident it's going to be a great show, and that he understands the platform that he's on, and I think it's going to be exciting and a united moment.
You're just following up on Stephen's question about the halftime show, correct?
Pardon me?
You're not entertaining any change in Bad Bunny's booking for the halftime show, correct?
No, the show will evolve from here. So I'm not saying that there won't be additional talent that might be available, but that's always the way it works. So.
Ooh, child. Yeah, so he said that's the way it works. Let's go over to TV news. A show that I really enjoy season 1 of, and that's Daria from Detroit. Okay. It looks like they wrapped up season 2. It's a wrap when it come out. I don't know. But yeah, Daria from Detroit posted, said that it's a wrap, season 2 of Daria from Detroit. It was a time. Yeah, so I can't wait to see how or when 2026 when it's gonna come out. And what the next season gonna give, because I really enjoyed the first season, I would say. Yeah, it's a wrap. They dancing, having a good time. I believe that's her husband. Yes, I cannot wait because it seemed like, okay, what you doing there? You part of season 2? Had a little rap party. Seemed like everybody had a good time. Okay, I cannot wait to see. I see some of the same faces from last season. That's great, and some new faces, hopefully. Um, yeah, I just can't wait to the release date of season 2. Dope jackets though. I ain't gonna hold you. I love the jackets. That's cool. Um, yeah, everybody looking good. So I cannot wait to see what's it's gonna give for season 2. And will you be watching? Are you looking forward to it? Have you seen Daria from Detroit? If you have not, it's on, I believe it's on BET Plus. So NBT, they aired on BT. So yeah, you got time to catch up. So let's get to some tour news. Tony Braxton, New Edition, Boys to Men, Tony Braxton came together, and I like their little promotion ad. I will play it, but I mean, I will unmute it, but it has some music in the background, and I'm not trying to, But yeah, so it's a dope promotion. It's like they chilling, they calling the Boys to Men fellas, they down. Then they say they need a lady, and it's Tony Braxton. So 2026, there will be a tour for New Edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton. Tony Braxton gonna be the only female, so that should be interesting. But I will try to go see it. They already dropped the tour dates. Already. So that's dope. So I can't wait to see that go down. And I may have to be in the building. I'm really old school at heart. But yeah, I love the classics, and they are classics to me. I grew up on them, so why not? Came across this. What's the neighborhood talk?
When we make love, like art, you know, we should record it so we can see it back. It's like magical. I had never, ever recorded myself before. Why I decided to do it with this person, I don't know. A few days later, he was like, yeah, you know, I got a homeboy that you know, is cool with the guy at Vivid. The moment I said okay to let's see what they say, that was it. A week later, Vivid ends up contacting me and calls me and says, hey, we want to have a face-to-face meeting. We're gonna fly you guys.
Child, so long story short, this is on AETV, but this was, even though Neighborhood Talk just posted it, I have to I found out that I went to A&E TV page, and this was 4 weeks ago. So it's a show called Secrets of Celebrity Sex Tape on A&E, and it's just Mimi going behind the truth of that sex tape she had with Nico, the Freako. I will never forget that storyline. Well, it's not a storyline, it's part of her truth, but I remember her being clueless about it. Like, she know that it was professional. It seemed like the show Love and Hip Hop made it seem like elite. Well, she made it seem like elite, but y'all was having a deal in the background. But is she going deeper about how he kind of like tricked her probably into that, because he was low key shopping the tape around. So let me know if y'all seen that episode on A&E, The Secrets of Celebrity Sex Tape, Mimi Faust, and what really happened, I guess, with the whole the truth behind the sex tape. Let me know if you saw it, and let me know your thoughts on it. Like, I really don't care enough to go watch it, to be honest. But you know, I don't mind seeing some clips on it. Like, just give me the meats and potatoes. Like, what's the truth from what we already knew from Love and Hip Hop and on social media during that season? So yeah, let us know the truth. Then we got Claudia Jordan on there. So yeah, That was like 4 weeks ago. But yeah, I never heard of this. I mean, it's not being advertised in my algorithm, but I just know the infamous shower rod scene. That's all I know. That's all I remember them discussing. So yeah, if I have some free time, if I'm bored, I might put it on. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, that's what Mimi got going on. She got to pay the bills, so why not? Let's go over to this fool. Brian McKnight, being Claflin University is receiving some backlash following the Brian McKnight being announced as the performer for their scholarship gala. Right? So the University of Claflin University values and respect the perspective of the constituents and stakeholders. We take your concern regarding the artist for the scholarship gala seriously and are currently exploring options. Like, cause we already know, like, was that last week or two that he's boasting that he won a settlement judgment from his wife from child. We already know he disowned this other family. I don't have no words. I remember seeing him in concert. Like, what was that? 2023. I want to say it was the summer. No, it was spring, and he was on. It was like a whole list. I think it was. It was a lot. Was it Escape, Elder Barge. It was a host of Silk. It was a host of talent on this one. It was concert, and he was last. And I'm like, why he last? I ain't get it. I didn't get why he was last. But by the time he came, I was sleepy. I was tired. He put me to sleep, and then I left early. He was boring. This is before everything really came out to the forefront. Because to be honest, I'm not really checking for Brian McKnight and his family. But when I learned what we all learned, I was like, oh, okay. I got it. But yeah, I don't know. They need to. Yeah. People said, "Damn, I guess he got to start back at one." That's the running joke. Ooh, somebody said this is a student at Claflin. So one of the Claflin students says like people ask like why we book him. The student said our staff is much older and out of touch, and probably already had these plans for months to a year. We as students expressed our concerns though. They quickly heard them and acted. Okay, cool. Listen to the student body. I mean, hey, it's about the students, right? So yeah, looks like Brian McKnight got to start back at one. And while he up the boasting and stuff about a judgment settlement or something, he won, but we don't know if he really won because court documents and stuff gotta be stamped and approved and stuff. But yeah, I would never listen to Brian McKnight again. I can't. No. I would never go to a concert to see him. If he on with a whole bunch of people, I will go out, leave out during his set. That's all I will say. Okay. Yeah, so that's what's happening with Claflin University and Brian McKnight. Let's see. Okay, this is a good one. So then political news. We have this White House press secretary saying Donald Trump's main priority right now is the White House new ballroom. You know, Jasmine Crockett has something to say about it. Yeah. So Jasmine said today the White House press secretary told the country that this ridiculous damn ballroom is the president's main priority. Not reopen the government, not lowering the cost of groceries, not lowering the cost of housing, not lowering the cost of healthcare, and building a ballroom. So that's basically taking importance. Somebody gonna name the ballroom right itself. Like, I don't give a damn. People, November 1st, if you've been living under the rock, November 1st is everything is we still in the governmental shutdown. It's been like what, 26 days now. It's just getting crazy. November 1st, people gonna be affected, especially for food stamps and stuff, and federal workers not getting paid. They have to be in food bank lines. It's very sad, and we already know he's not trying to pay them back pay for all the time they are working. And I feel for the federal workers. I really do, and I understand they upset. I can't be mad at it. But this government shutdown needs to stop, and it needs to end. Everybody need to get that shit in order, and people will be going hungry November 1st. So if you got any food or whatever you need to give away, go to the food banks, contribute to the food banks, so they can help the needy who needs food, especially the federal workers and the ones who are being affected. Food stamps are being affected November 1st. So yeah, if you can, please stop at your food banks, donate to the food banks, please. And this healthcare stuff is just crazy. Gas is up. Child. Let's see. Yep. The stuff is continued. This is what I'm talking about. The food. People food assistance gonna be snatched or delayed or whatever. But he got the ballroom. It says a recent USDA memo revealed that Trump administration would not use its roughly $5 billion contingency funds to cover November SNAP food stamps benefits amid the ongoing government shutdown. The decision leaves around 42 million Americans uncertain about receiving critical food assistance they rely on each month, as the department claims the funds cannot legally be used without new congressional appropriations. Yeah, just said, like I said, if you can, if you will to do, make sure donate to your food banks, because it's affecting, like I said, 42 million Americans. And then the holiday season coming up. I mean, basically the holiday season canceled, in my opinion. Thanksgiving, Christmas, or whatever. Yeah, keep your money, save your pockets. Don't do no Black Fridays, I suggest. But they're just me. It's just crazy out here. People really gonna be roughing it if they can put their money together. So, continuing the political news, U.S. government enters it's actually 26th day of shutdown, marking the second largest in history. The longest shutdown lasted 35 days, which occurred during Donald Trump's first term. So it's like he's doing the same thing. He don't give a damn. He just care about his pockets, and it's crazy. And it's not crazy due to the person who we dealing with, and I can't not stand orange face. I cannot stand this man for the life of me. At all the Republicans, he's the worst. But yeah, so the ongoing shutdown shows how deep the divide runs in Washington. Both of the longest federal funding lapse has happened under President Donald Trump, showing that when political and pride collide, everyday Americans are the ones who feel the hit. Oh, we feeling it because my light bill, my energy bill is like high. Okay, it's like going up, and it's not a good feeling. I just cannot. The record-breaking shutdown from December 2018 lasted nearly 5 weeks. Back then, Trump refused to sign any funding bill that didn't back his immigration wall. A move that froze government paychecks, stalled national operation, and left thousands wondering how to survive. Now history is repeating itself. This time, the gridlock stems from Senate Democrats rejecting a short-term funding bill pushed by Republicans claiming to ignore critical health care spending and key social provision. They only focus on their selfishness. They don't focus on us as a people who make up the country. It's wild to me and disheartening to me, and I just cannot wait. And we already know what move he's trying to make. He's trying to make a third term, and we need to get him out of here. And I need everybody to like put their boots on the ground and get the head out the clouds. And go out there and vote, especially if you're like in California, Georgia, New Jersey and Virginia and stuff like that. If your state is voting and major voting coming up, please go out there and vote and, stop this man at all costs. Yeah, I just cannot. And make sure you go midterms. Make sure you go out there and vote for real, because it's only been like 9-10 months, 9 to 10 months, and he did a lot. He destroyed a lot, and it's only been 9 to 10 months, and it still baffles me at this moment that this man got this far, and he destroying the country. But yeah, Drea Kelly sitting down in an interview, highlights on colorism and domestic violence situations, right? She compared herself to she comparing Kiki support and Cassie support, okay? When it comes to domestic violence. She has an interesting let's see what she has to say.
Didn't want to believe it, they didn't want to hear it, they didn't want to see it. So for all the people who say, why is she just coming out now? I did it. You didn't pay attention. That's not my fault. You decided not to pay attention.
Wow. We're living in this time now of social media, and it's the moment stuff is posted, it gets taken out of context sometimes, and sometimes it's really real. Do you think that now domestic violence is such a bigger discussion now because of where we are at the state of social media versus, years ago when you were allegedly going through what you were going through at that time?
Well, I'm gonna clear that up because I know you have to say allegedly, but ain't nothing alleged about what I went through. But I understand what I do. I understand that. So no offense to you, but to the ones who want to play in my face, he gets to say allegedly. Yeah, social media has brought it to the forefront, but I just want to say this, and I need us as a community not to be offended when I say it, but let's wake up and take our blinders off when I say this.
Yes.
It's really amazing that women like myself could come forward. Keke Palmer can come forward with a whole video of her getting flipped over an entire couch. But when you look like Cassie, we pay attention.
Wow.
Okay?
Okay, so yes, that's Andrea Kelly thoughts, and I hear her what she's trying to say for his colors. I'm like, okay, they're gonna pay attention to Cassie, but let's be clear. People was getting Cassie flag like they gave Kiki flag because they were like, some people didn't believe Cassie when it came to the whole lawsuit of Diddy and stuff like that. But when that video dropped, let's just say, yeah, yeah, people started believing him. And once you see that video, and yeah, social media can give one favor over the other. You know how they do. Um, but she said nobody believed her. We gonna take Kiki and Cassie out of it, but she said nobody believed her when she was going through her stuff with Robert and stuff like that. But the difference between her and Cassie and Kiki is that they are well known in the public eye. Drea Kelly is not. And mind you, when she was going through what she went through with Robert, there was no social media. Okay, there was no social media, and sometimes it's hard to have an open ear to the person who said this happened when one they stay or they go back, or when she was on Hollywood, was it Hollywood X's with Eddie Murphy ex-wife? She acted like Robert was on good terms. They was in a decent, well, not good terms, but in a decent space or whatever. And because there's people who bringing up golden showers and stuff like that, it was kind of crazy. She wasn't talking down bad on him or nothing like that. So it's kind of hard to decipher, like, girl, what you actually went through until that documentary came out with the rest of the victims. So yeah, I don't know how to take Drea Kelly, but I hear you. I mean, it's not negate what she went through, but um I could see her point of view when it said colorism. Like it looked like it's more support towards Cassie because she's a preferred light skin, and then Kiki. But for me, I know I'm speaking for me. I had both of their backs. Like I supported Cassie and I supported Kiki. But I can only go so far with my support. I don't my support stopped when the person decided they want to get back with the person. I'll be like, okay. Um me not supporting them in that aspect doesn't mean that I don't believe them. And like their stuff is on video. Yeah, their stuff is on video. So let me see if I can read these comments. Bunny Blue, shout out to her. She's a fellow YouTuber. Folks are still dragging Cassie. People also watch her be abused and look the other way, as they did with everyone she named. The difference is Cassie filed a suit and it went public. Then the video came out. Yep. So a lot of these comments prove her point and what she is making. She did not tell one lie. We did stand up for Kiki. She just went back to him. So why keep his last name? Drea, first of all, why won't you drop his last name? Secondly, we did support Kiki, but she went back to him. And let's be clear, we did not believe Cassie and drag her for looking for a payday until the video came out. Some of us knew she's not lying, but many didn't. Yeah, so it's like a mixture of comments of feelings about what Drea Kelly said, about colorism and domestic violence. I already gave my opinion. I could see why she might feel that way, but I don't know if she was really in these social media streets, but people were on both of their head tops, okay? You might seem like Cassie getting more support due to Diddy going to court, and then people, and she had to testify and stuff like that. you might see that like seem like is she get more support in that way. But yeah. That's my thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts on it. What are your thoughts on, do y'all agree with the colorism and domestic violence? And do you agree with her comparison of Kiki Palmer and Cassie domestic violence situation they was in? So let me know down below. So during the week, Trailblazer coach Chauncey Billups and Heat guard Terry Rozier and former Cavalier player and assistant coach Damon Jones got caught up in this massive sports betting scandal. Yeah, so they got caught up with others. They said it was like what 31 people. 31 people were charged with what officially called historic federal gambling bust. That's linked to the mafia. I'm like, okay, that's vague. What mafia? Like, I need to know details about which mafia it is. But it's just crazy because these people make millions of dollars. Like players, coaches, like millions of dollars contracts and like 20 some $1 million contracts. And it's just crazy to me. That you want to be a part or got caught up doing something like this. Massive sports betting scandal, like shaving points. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Shaq had his feelings on it.
When it comes to gambling and sports gambling, and I don't want to sit up here like I'm some perfect guy. Like every now and then when I go to Vegas, I'll play some craps and I'll play some roulette, but never gambled at anybody's house. Don't know anything about poker, so I don't know what they're talking about when it comes to the Chauncey thing. But I know Chauncey, I know Damon very well, played with Damon, so I don't want to sit up here, but I'm ashamed that those guys would put their families and their careers in jeopardy. There's an old saying in the hood, all money ain't good money. So if you're $1 million and you're dealing in certain things, like how much more do you need, especially?
Yeah, all money ain't good money. So I don't, child. He right, all money ain't good money, and like I said, 20 some million, and the WNBA can't even get a lick of that. Like for real, for real. They show what they was doing for us gambling wise. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, here we go. They have the FBI say illegal poker game. Chauncey Billups was involved. Used X-ray tables that gave certain players the advantage or where you could see the opponent cards. So they finessed over $7 million. Okay. I got this from Say Cheese TV. They posted it. And yeah, so this is how it works. The table works. See. You can see the cards when it's face down. Crazy, right? So basically, X-rays machines was built into the table to read the cards face down. They contact lenses and glasses. So most of us gonna have to get put down. Like, no, you can't wear sunglasses. You can't have. They're gonna check your eyes for contacts. Okay, so secret cameras in the card trays is wild. Like, yeah, FBI had to been investigating for years because that's a lot of money people losing, and especially if you playing against your teammates and stuff, and then you want to shave points and betting like you only gonna make certain amount of points per game, and then you cause the excuse to miss shots and stuff. It's just wild to me. It just, and you already making millions of dollars. That's what I don't get. Y'all make more than the WNBA players, and this is what y'all do. So we do have an update of the people. And let's see. So shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. So they reported that Portland, Chauncey Billups, and Miami Terry Rose were placed on immediate leave by the NBA amid this federal investigation, as they should be. We are in the process of reviewing the federal indictments announced today. Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups are being placed on immediate leave from their teams, and we will continue to cooperate with the relevant authorities, and we take these allegations with the utmost seriousness, and integrity of our game remains our top priority. Yeah, so that's them. Yeah, that should be embarrassing. Like, how do you get caught up and you already won? You're already winning. Like, do y'all owe someone? Y'all got caught up. Y'all leaving above your means. I don't know how you get caught up in something like this. I'm sorry. I just don't know. So yeah. So let me know your thoughts on this whole scandal of it all, of Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier and 30 other people tied linked to the mafia. Let me know your thoughts how this whole thing went, had it all gone down. The question for me is why? 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 Why you do this when you're already making so much? I just cannot. Anyway, so yeah, that was like the scandal of the week. One of probably that I care to talk about. So about the Verzuz were yesterday, Saturday. If you're living on a rock, yeah, that was Verzuz are back. So yesterday was New Orleans royalty, Cash Money and Records, and against No Limit Records. Yeah, it was a vibe. I was there. I was tuning in. I can say I was there. I was not there, but I was tuning in. Okay, and I was giving my life because came up on this music. Like my son was looking at me crazy because I was bent over a table. Okay, shaking my ass, especially with chopper style and Juvie with the back that ass up. I had to go back that ass up, but um, Juvie and Big Mama Mia X stood out to me. They definitely get the MVPs awards for the verses. They really stood out. Manny Fresh. We got BG. The one was a downer for me was Birdman. I think he was too lit for me. Especially when it came to the end of his speech part. And No Limit, they did their thing. I was feeling them. Snoop came out because some people forget that Snoop was a part of No Limit. I mean, No Limit is the one who got him out of his contract with Suge Knight and them. Yeah, well, he was with yeah, so we see No Limit doing that thing. Snoop came out. We have Romeo came out. And then, other No Limit soldiers came out. But some people forget that Snoop was part of No Limit back in the day. I remember that. They the one that helped him bought him out of Death Row, out his contract at Death Row, because we know how that was going. It was no fun over there. So some people forget that he was there. And my baby Sickle Shaka was there. He still looked good and he still can get it. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a vibe. Like I said, I was shaking my ass. Because it's like, and I like how they, let see Murder Verse play down for my ninjas. I was, it was a vibe. I was bopping. Yeah, so it was cool to see. And like I said, Mia X and Juvie was MVPs. let's get to Birdman saying this stuff at the end. I was like, he slammed Turk. Turk wasn't there. You know, there's some tension and beef between them. Hot boy Turk.
I ain't gonna even lie, bro. Like when I met Blood, you know, I just was trying to do something different in the game. I started it young. I was a young man trying to get some money and not be in the streets. And I met BG, I met Wayne, I met Juvie, I met Turk. Shout out to Turk, you little. You ain't here, but f you. We gon' f you and we gon' f you. You heard me? Don't go off script.
Child, I was like, Manny Fresh, please take the mic. Cut his mic, please, and thank you. Cut his mic, but yeah. So it was just a lot going on. Wayne wasn't there, but they did play Millie, you know. Yeah, so like I said, Juvie held it down. You know, Manny Fresh gonna do Manny Fresh. And you know, Birdman, they had to help him with his lyrics because I think he was too lit to remember or just forgot some of the lyrics to some of the songs. I mean, you know, they're not young, so I guess. But yeah, I was like, please cut his mic, please. Tony, come get your husband. But put some respect on his name, I guess. But the thing is, we hear Tamar in the background. People were noticing that Tamar Braxton was there in the background. She was facing criticism like, why you with Tony husband? That's Tony man. And then, you know, because the last episode of the Braxton aired Friday, and Tawana brought up you sleeping with Tony man. So this does not look good at all. But I'm not gonna come down on her because she says she's just there to, you know, support her brother-in-law. So she's just stepping in for Tony. But my thing is, I won't be on stage. I will be in the audience, but we got to remember that Tamar likes attention. She loves attention, okay? You act like she was there when they started Cash Money Records, like she was part of it. But if she wanted support, she should have been down in the crowd in the front row or something. That's just me, but hey. People notice she wiped his head off and, you know, lock her arms with him and stuff like that. I'm all for support, but I don't think she should have been there. But it's just me. It would just everybody going along with it. Like, look at patting his head. People are giving her some pushback on, like, girl, what you doing with your sister, man? And that last episode didn't look so great. Yeah, so you know, Tamar had to come to the social. Where is it at? Let's see if I can find it. Nope, that's not it. Let's see. This is no. Hold on. Go to the shade room. Let's see. Because there is a there we go. So shout out to the shade room. Birdman calls Tony and follow his Verzuz performance. And guess who's right there? Tamar.
I try to tell him, I show him. He don't know what that is. I'm like,
I don't know that.
Bro, you the #1 trending topic in the world. Come on, Tony Braxton.
Tell her she thinks she look good, fan talk TV. Stop acting like you all that, baby. Because you
don't say that she is all that.
No, she is all
Look at that big old beautiful house you done bought my sister.
She all that. She all that. You all that.
Hey. Background on the background.
Tamar be doing too much. Sometimes she be talking too much. I mean, people are videotaping him. I don't know if she noticed it, but she said, my sister is all that, and look at that beautiful house. Like, why you got to point that out? Like, you bought that beautiful house for her. She's at, because Tony was at home. She wasn't at Verzuz, as you can see. But yeah, that's Tamar for you. So Tamar, like I said, love attention. So baby called Tony afterwards, after the Verzuz, and now he's trending, and she is trending. I guess they did what they came there to do, to trend, whether it's good or bad. But yeah, I don't think Tamar got nothing with Baby Birdman. I don't at all. So that's just me. I don't think so. I'm not gonna put that on that lady until I see otherwise. I need other proof. I'm not gonna speculate due to the last episode with Tawana say you slept with Tony past boyfriends, but I think Birdman's her husband, so that'd be different. So, did Tawana got called out saying she was sleeping with one of her old boyfriends? I don't know, but that's family drama for you. But Birdman and Tamar serve their purpose. They trending for sure with the verses. Okay. Let me know your thoughts on the verses. Did you watch it? Did you enjoy it? What's your thoughts on Birdman's speech at the end against Turk or whatever? And Tamar being there on stage, wiping his head and stuff like, you think something's going on, something like she want to be sister wise with Tony. Let me know your thoughts below on that. But we got some problems in the No Limit soldiers camp. Let's see. Like I said, Mia X was, Mia X was performing. She held down the female energy for the No Limit, right? So let's just say, somebody who else kind of part of that camp, which is Mercedes, right? So she came down to her social media. Let's see what she has to say.
On this stage, do you see? I'm over here with Timberland. Why do they have me and Timberland on the side of the stage? Make me understand it. Do you see this? I got a whole wristband, and you didn't let me go on. Like, let me make it. How that sound? That sound deliberate, huh? Something just ain't right. It's cool.
She just going on and on and on and on. Yeah, so she is highly pissed that she get a chance to go off stage and perform, to do a song. I can tell with Mac. A song with Mac, and Mac did come out to talk about it. Did anybody miss Mercedes? Being on stage with No Limit? Let me know. But I forgot about the child. I ain't gonna hold you. I forget about the ladies. What Mac got to say.
On this kind of stuff, but I felt the need to address a very misleading narrative that's being pushed in regards to Mercedes and the song I Can Tell that I performed last night as part of the Verzuz battle. While Mercedes is someone that I've known for a very long time and we have a mutual respect for each other, Mercedes was not contracted by Verzuz for the performance last night. And let me reiterate, Mercedes was not contracted last night to perform at the Verzuz battle. I was. Over the years, I've performed the song several times without Mercedes. Mercedes has performed the song several times without me, and it hasn't been an issue until now. In regards to the song, I Can Tell, it was written by myself, Jabot, and Miss Peaches, who were all artists at No Limit at that time. It was recorded for Mercedes' Rear End album. Another false narrative that's being pushed is this idea that Mia X was put in place of Mercedes and sang her parts of the song. That is definitely not true. If y'all saw the performance, I always get the crowd to sing the parts of the song that I don't sing. I only perform the parts of the song that I wrote. I wrote the hook, I wrote the verse. I get the crowd to sing both Mercedes and Jabot's part, and it hasn't been an issue until now. While I understand Mercedes' frustration, should she have been a part of the performance, I think it would have been great to have her there. But she was not contracted for the performance. Let me state that again. She was not contracted for the performance. So this idea that another artist performed her song, I think is very misleading because I wrote the song. You follow me? This is not a slight at Mercedes. This is just me addressing this and bringing clarity to this situation.
Yeah, so that's Mac giving clarity to the whole situation of Mercedes going off, and I don't think Mercedes thought this would go viral after the Verzuz, but yeah, he had to come down and clear up some things. I don't know what I saw that running narrative too that Leah X was performing Mercedes parts. It was wild. I'm like, no, if y'all watch the verses, that's not what happened. So, um, yeah, like clearly people just be saying any old thing and not really watching the content that's been talked about. But yeah, so he came down and cleared some things. He was contracted, she wasn't, but she was there nonetheless. She just wasn't on stage to able to, perform her little part for the song. I really don't have no thoughts on it. Like, girl, and she was going off like they gave her a whole set to do or her own song to do, and they just cut her out. And she was contracted. I could see that. I'd be pissed too. But yeah, girl, that's not the way to um air them out, air your grievances, and it just probably could have been a misunderstanding. Okay, things could be talked about because, girl, you could have been going on this rant and talk yourself out of a future bag. So yeah, that was not the way to go. I understand being in your feelings, but no, no, ma'am. So yeah, so that was like a little issue with Mercedes feeling some type of way that she was able to get on the stage with no limit. So that was it. That's all I wanted to come down here and talk about the verses. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I was but yeah, MVPs, Mia X and Juvie. I enjoyed more of No Limit than Cash Money as a collective, I should say. Um, yeah, so that's all the hot topics I want to come down here and talk about. Um, yeah, I will be back for another hot topic. It's some other stuff that's going on, but this video is long enough, so yeah, I will be back. Let me know your thoughts on, did you enjoy the verses and the whole drama of Mercedes not being on stage with No Limit, and and Birdman and his rant and the whole Tamar of it all, and Turk actually came out and had a response to Birdman, Turk taking the high road. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on all the hot topics that was discussed. See you in the next one. Bye.